Good afternoon from the 2026 Bowl Scotland National Championships from the National Centre for Bowling in Northfield in Ayr. The action we have for you, gents pairs, third round tie as Troon and West Kilbride go head to head. Hello everyone, welcome back to what's been a busy old day so far around the National Centre for Bowling. We've got men's pairs round 3 tie. Dara Weir and Andrew Weir from Troon, Ali McCallum and Jack Montgomery of West Kilbride going head to head as they continue to work their way to the final here to be crowned national champions is the aim. And this is the second of the tri lanes to be played. And the spectators taking the chance between the breaks between the first and the second games to grab some lunch and get themselves settled down and ready. Nothing worse than watching on an empty stomach. You need to be good to go. And indeed we are. Colin Noon is alongside me. Colin, this is an intriguing tie. 4 very good players on show.
Yeah, good afternoon, Paul. Welcome back, everyone, to Ayr Northfield. Yeah, it's an intriguing tie, isn't it? We've got an Ayrshire derby on our hands. We've got the two lads, Ali McCallum and Jack Montgomery from West Kilbride, against the brothers Darren Weir and Andrew Weir from the Troon Club. Yeah, should be a good tussle this. I know all of the players down there, which is always a bit of an advantage, I would think. So just getting through their second trial ends. Darren and Andrew are a pair who have been here before, and indeed they lost in the final, I think 2018, lost to Port Glasgow. John Fleming Jr. and Sandy Witherspoon, I think, ready to be corrected on the players, but it'll be, I think that's about right. But yeah, so they have got some form, and yeah, they should put on a good show.
Yeah, looking forward to this one. Played over 17 ends, 4 bowl pairs, and 2 very experienced pairs, as you mentioned. I think when you play alongside family, it either works absolutely wonderfully or it can be a bit of a disaster, but Dan and Andrew have got the nice easy demeanour, and Ali McCallum and Jack Montgomery, good pair as well.
Yeah, certainly Dan and Andrew see the game in a very similar way, I think, and that often works well. They get on well enough. So they've got family in and around the green. So our mum here earlier, she's actually volunteering this week. So hopefully she's got a little break in her volunteer schedule to watch this one.
The Leeds have played their trial ends. We'll swap over.
Polite handshake before they do battle.
A little bit of chit chat beforehand, but probably not too much during the game itself.
Bit of a crowd building up. See people just still filtering in to catch this one. Complex is a little bit quieter than it was yesterday, but then we would have lost half the teams that we had yesterday.
Well, that's it. Time to go home for some, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Some people will book up for the week and they'll be in and out regardless. But more often than not, I guess, then people will come to support their local club or players, and then they'll tend to drift away if they've not got an interest. But it feels like it's been busy thus far.
After I was here on Wednesday, and the place was absolutely mobbed. There was a really good atmosphere around on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Certainly good atmosphere again today.
It's not quite as warm as it was yesterday. Yesterday was quite a warm one in the afternoon, so this is probably more comfortable conditions for the players to perform in.
Yeah, if you were to switch on the television news, you'd be hearing about drought and heat wave. It's certainly not the case in Ayrshire.
No, definitely not. There was a very, very heavy rain shower in the middle of the night. I only know that because it woke me up. So yeah, it was very, very heavy. Not for long, but
Yeah.
it was certainly hanging down for a bit. So Ali with the first jack gets us underway.
So essentially it'll be black and red balls against the blue. Interested in this one? Yeah, nicely played.
Darren's down after this. He's got the contact, has he?
That was close.
Kevin Peacock to the General Office, thank you. Kevin Peacock to the General Office, thank you.
So essentially the quarter-final ties here. Wellcroft against Paul Muir. Carrick now from Edinburgh against Pickley. West Kilbride Troon you're seeing here, and Kirkliston against Hindland. Giving this a chance again. Even pushing that through is pretty good.
Good head of balls built up already. One of the two leads. Yeah, that's going to a good home. Won't be too unhappy with that.
You wouldn't mind a little touch on this, but I think he's coming round. Oh. Again, not a bad mix of balls. Jack Montgomery, opting for in the cap. Just coming under the line.
Just missing that there. You can see his weight's quite good, so he'll learn from that one.
Oh, got the jack after a cross.
Just made it better for himself, I think. Jack will want to try and take this opportunity away from Andrew. Play down that backhand side and maybe just tuck the jack round the corner. He might have just overplayed this. Oh no, he's perfect. Just changes the dynamic of it just a fraction. Andrew will now hope to land that back ball and fall in for the shot. Just missed the line, as you can see. It's easy done.
And you can see the two skips balls out to that right hand side there.
If Jack can land this back one for three, he might have played an absolute honey here. Nicely done.
It's a terrific ball. A few problems early doors here for the brothers Weir.
I think it's just the same play. If he can follow Jack down and sit in behind the back two balls, is he just under? Yeah, I think he is. Get the weight though, perfect.
One each to come.
Jack just looking at the other side. Not sure if he won't just be well served just to play a repeat of his last delivery. He knows that's narrow. Andrew has the chance on either side. Just a minor correction on line on his last delivery. He could have liked to play down the forehand too and just drop off his own. I think you'll see a repeat just with a fraction of green. Hurry came on there. Oh, goodness, what a great effort.
Yeah, very good effort indeed. Well, the reason the shot ball is not out is because of the way it was resting, so the blue ball will be supported first.
Not quite clear if there's already one out. I know Darren took one away.
I think there's one out already.
Yeah, so that would be two out technically. That ball's been removed. Can't quite hear what the players are saying, so it's, or we can't. Certainly you might be able to hear that at home, but we can't.
That was Darren's ball, so we think it's two.
keeper on this one, so we'll just need to wait and see what's turned on the scoreboard.
2 on the scoreboard. That's what we thought it was going to be. Right in the line, promotes his ball. Waved in nicely. Left-hander Darren Weir. Just not quite getting the line he's looking for.
His weight's quite tidy. It's a minor correction, really. Chance for Ali to press home the advantage. This will drop at the end, but I just don't think it's going to make the trip. It's not going to make it any easier.
Nicer line, but guess where that's going?
Yeah, we've seen that before, haven't we? So
Well, some repair work to come from Andrew Weir. Let's see what Jack Montgomery can do. Pop the pressure on.
options on either side for Jack. I think he would move to the ditch side just because it's clear. It's narrow. There's your luck, Jack. Well, great pace. Just a correction on the line required. And we'll want to build this up a bit, just to give him an option to make the conversion. Well, that helps. Just missed the line, but it definitely helps. Jack would be keen to lift Ali's over onto the jack. Well, that tightens it up even further.
Not looking ideal.
The blue ball, Andrew Weir is already looking lonely in there, so he'll definitely want to put another one in. To help, because he's travelling. He's okay.
I have to come and play this hand now.
Depends how many it is, Paul. Well, what the position actually sits like, but if Andrew can get another one in, he maybe takes the option away for Jack to pop the ball out. Yeah, he's done exactly that. Yeah, he's played that well.
Really good effort.
I think Jack will take a chance on this. You know, if he grabs the ball clean and just gets a slither of the Jack, he's going to move it over and make 3 or 4. Could give it away.
Well, it's early enough in the game to be bold.
Yeah, I think it is. Nice brave shot this, I think. Not too much risk. Just going to go off it, I think.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky.
Well, I'm sure Andrew's just breathed a sigh of relief, because that would have left him in a terrible position if that had moved over just fractionally to the right hand side. But as it sits, he's got one turn on his own to make the shot, which at 3 balls ago looked very unlikely. Give it a chance. Not going to blame him for that, really. Oh, yeah, he would have been delighted, I think, to lose a single there.
Well, there's 5 against them at one point, so good enough recovery.
Carrying a little bit of pace, but picked that Jack up on the way past. Andrew saying good as that one approached the head. Hanging off on Darren. Much better position for Andrew this time round. Jack's turn to want to change this. He does hold one, but he won't want to give Andrew the chance to turn that Jack 2 feet round the corner and put it into a real tricky position. Good if it runs. Well,
leaves the door open for Andrew Weir.
Good afternoon and welcome to Day 7 and the 12:30 PM session of the penultimate day of the 2026 Both Scotland National Championships sponsored by Gallagher. Dear ladies and gents, singles pairs first and fours, bottle as we reach the quarter-final stage. As the umpires have checked, replaced your balls, you've been out commensurate trial ends. Good luck to all the players and teams. The teams and Greens of Northfield, we are champions, are once again made.
Just follow under the line.
to overplay, not by much though, he's only 2.5 feet by the head. Right, can you take this chance? Dan's kind of stopped watching it.
Yeah, he was very non-committal about that one. Realised it wasn't going to come in, so wasn't going to keep a close eye on it.
Jack's missed once again. It's not easy down that side. You can see the ball's hanging off if you go a fraction wider, so a bit tricky. But this is a chance nonetheless. He's had 3 goals already. What have you learned?
Well, I don't think that would necessarily end up as it did, but
no, I'm a bit like you. I had a jack movement in my head there, but you can see that was tricky. You know, players of this calibre, they've missed it both sides.
So a 2 and 2 singles as West Kilbride off to a good start. West Kilbride coming through 23-15 against Airdrie Central and 16-14 against Stanley. Fortune tough first round match against Cockenzie Port Seaton. Winners by 18-19. And then 23-12 winners over Tavares. Or Tavares, as I wrote earlier. But heaven isn't missing an angel, so I managed to rewrite.
There's picking good lines this way. Should come back most of this. And building up well. for this Jack. I can. It's greatly done.
He started off very strongly. McCallum.
Yeah, he's certainly finding really good lines coming this way.
Quite happening so far for Dan Weir.
Just gently now, I'm sure Jack's saying. Yep. Good ball. He's giving Darren a look. Oh. Just under it.
Yeah, his weight's been pretty good, Darren Weir, just not quite finding the line, just still searching for it at the moment.
Yeah, he's certainly not miles off it. I mean, most of those balls are within 2.5 feet of the Jack. Opportunity for Jack Montgomery just to close this down a little. Can lift one of these balls across or set the blue one. Well, he got the best of that, that's for sure.
A little count just starting to appear against the men from Troon.
Andrew put a good recovery coming this way the last time on that side, so he'll be confident of line. It's good. Yeah, oh gosh.
Well, it was his own he borrowed a pawn. Not setting himself up. If it's not the shot, he's certainly in a decent place.
Jack won't be too concerned about this because he does have a back ball in there. There's one of the red balls of Ali's is just beyond the Troon bowl. He'd be quite happy to change the front shape here. He's just missed it. If he'd lifted that over a couple of times, he might just have hidden the Jack from view. As it stands, I think Andrew's just got the same play. Just give it a chance again. Can he grab that Jack?
Borrows again.
Maybe the shot.
So one thing we do not have advantage of course, is a marker on the green to give us an indication. We'll make our... Well, I was going to say, I'll give you my best guess, and Colin will give you a much more educated guess as to who might be lying.
But I guess all the same. Well, that maybe tells the story, the weight that Jack played that at. That might tell you that he's not holding shot. Andrew still has a turn on that Jack about a foot or so for a few shots. He's played a honey here. Well played, Andrew. Very good.
Didn't need any help off his brother's ball that time. Perfectly drawn. Now really difficult shot coming up here. So if you hit on your own that way.
He's looking at the backhand.
I don't see the Jack coming back in there in the right way.
I think what Jack's looking at is, where's the likely position that the Jack is likely to end up if he gets a contact on it. You can see it's probably heading over to the right hand corner of the rink, and that would probably be free shooting for Andrew. big weight in the area. This is what he's looking for. Spinning across. And he's definitely cut it to 1.
Well, I don't think he'd be too unhappy at that result.
Yeah, I think Andrew will change back to the backhand, the inside hand, round the front blue one, and maybe land Ali's bowl that just sits to the right hand side of the jack as we see it from this camera angle. Shot on both sides, of course, but more risk on the forehand side. Big effort. Just needs to drop a fraction.
Yeah, there was never going to be any danger there. Try and find their way onto the card. Four plays 1. And now Dan Ware gets the chance to set with the jack he'd like. Just a little bit pacey according to his brother, but I'm convinced it was. It's a good place.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. You can see the action on that side. It does drop from quite a distance. Saw it in the last game, singles. Oh, well, he's got him. Oh.
Nicely played.
The players just need to trust that hand and put it out, because it will drop down. Comes down quite a lot at the end. Darn's clear, he's good again. Yeah, great try. Just carrying that fraction of weight, that's all that held him off.
There we go. How about that for a beautiful recovery?
Yeah, nice correction on the weight there from Darren. Just allowed him to drop in onto the jack. Nicely done. Jack shouting hurry. He has just left it up there. He's tightened it up a touch.
I'm going to say, I'm not sure you're going to necessarily get round both. Maybe worth one.
Clear, he's very good.
Yeah, just looked in the draw. It's difficult. I think it was well worth a go, that, just to try see if you can get round it.
Absolutely. Again, we're not quite sure who holds, but I think regardless of whether Andrew was holding shot or not there, that shot was the same. Jack, if he's not, he's going to have to go down that backhand side. If he can lift Darren's ball up once, he'll just going to jam it against the back one. Still sticking with the forehand. Can't find that gap, can he? Oh, he can, you know. Oh,
And then
oh well.
rolls his own one out, unfortunately. But it's what you mentioned, Colin. Trust the hand. It does come back in. And I think if you're used to playing with swinging balls, you'll understand, and you probably get a better appreciation, because that's what you do. If you're a bowler that plays with slightly narrower balls, that can be foreign territory almost.
Actually finding a different gap.
It's not don't always find the gaps when you want.
Well, it needs to be the inside gap this time.
Well, it's pretty tight there.
Might have just given Jack a chance with his next one that he perhaps didn't have.
Backhand just tried to come in between those balls.
Doesn't really want to open this front position up for Jack. Well, it's the hold. No, they've got it surrounded.
It's not going to surrender though.
It certainly is not.
You'd be a little bit uncomfortable and want something else in there. I mean, it's hard to get it out, I accept that.
I think the shot that Ali was giving him was correct, just, you know, through the gap, and if he can just get underneath to the ball, he'll rock it out for a count. Andrew's just got to play the backhand draw, even if he just lands in the back of Darren's ball. It's not bad, you know.
Just wants to come on that inside track. Here he comes.
Exactly the shot we called.
Oh. Well, perfectly executed by Andrew Weir.
Well, definitely, but you can see now that that plant in the front, the three balls that are grouped together, if Jack can get a contact, yep, just where he's put his foot, then that's going to move the Jack over to the right hand side, where there are two red ones against one blue. It's about where it lands. Pretty quick.
Yeah, he's not shy on this one.
He just missed it on the down, the bottom side. So 2 shots to Darren and Andrew. West Kilbride lead by 4 shots to 3 after 5 ends.
We thought we'd get a good little tussle here. This is good stuff.
Yeah, there's a fair old tactical battle going on here as well. You know, the players are having to make shots. You know, we're not just seeing dead draws to the Jack, which are obviously the whole purpose of the game, but they're having to manufacture things to change heads, to protect heads, set things up. So yeah, I suppose it shows you a bit more of the tactical side of the game as opposed to just playing, you know, straightforward.
Yeah, it's not.
I say straightforward, but singles.
Well, it's, you know, draw. This is thinking balls. Good opener. And a pretty decent reply as well. You can see both players there, and in this day and age of what are often described as pyjama shirts, I think both these outfits look great. You do get the odd garish shirt along the way. I think these work particularly well.
Yeah, they're smart, aren't they? Both designs are very good. They're not over the top. They're just good, solid designs. Smart, with the coloured shorts as well.
Yeah, blending perfectly.
The blue of Troon, and the black, of course, of West Kilbride. This thing's shaping up well again.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say a few shirt designers got a little bit overexcited when these first were introduced.
Yeah, that's for sure. There's a few interesting ones out there, isn't there?
And a few explosions in a colourblind paint factory would probably be the description, but that's unfortunate there from Darren.
Gently does it.
No, you have it back. That's unusual to see.
He was just carrying a fraction too much weight, wasn't he, really? But again, you'll know that's a heavier side. He'll have added a bit on to compensate for that. He's just fractionally overplayed, carrying a yard too much. Darren's not going to be kind, is he? No.
No. Give it away once, that's about it.
We have great position, West Kilbride, so you can hear Jack just asking Ali to lift his own onto the jack to try and spring it to the side, and that gives him an opportunity. Just go quickly. See where Darren's standing. He's spotted the danger. And he's asking Andrews to cover.
So it's Andrew where goes down. Just watch how he positions himself on the mat. Now this is extreme use of mat. A little touch. Right foot just stays on.
Yep. A small part of the foot is on or over the mat at point of delivery. So perfectly legal. Living a little bit on the edge, but perfectly legal.
And at the next end, if you watch his brother, his foot is right slap bang in the middle of the mat.
Just going off this.
No change to the cold shot here.
Yeah, I think that's not a bad call. I don't think they can make it any better without widening the head and potentially giving Jack, a better look at what's already quite challenging. His eyes to the sky. Not happy.
I think if he was to look back at that, he disrupted his own delivery. He almost stepped forward too much.
Yeah, he was quite quick on the mat as well, but he'll regroup. doesn't matter now. All that matters is the next one. Just disturbed, so didn't be able to catch that.
Yeah, he held on to it well. Can he make it count? That's his own.
Well, that might not be the worst, you know, because yes, he's got a slightly wider target, but the risk now is that he changes his side and clocks his own straight out.
It's keeping his eye on that, a little bit more interested.
He's got a move.
Now there.
How much?
Well, I think the best thing is that he's opened it.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be any worse. Darren's just looking at, you know, what are the risks. So he'll be thinking not only what do we need to play, but what does Jack have?
There's still quite a catch to the side.
Yeah, Paul's quite right. He's pointing out a cluster of red balls to the bottom right-hand side of your picture. If he's only one down, there's at the point of delivery. Of course, Andrew has a ball to come, so it could change, but just moving that jack would be favourable.
Resets himself again. Looking to see how they can get a count out of this one.
If he's only one down, then it's maybe worth the risk. And yeah, he's got a dead draw for one, but you know the game's tight. Pushing that jack through, scoring 2 or 3. I think it's worth a go. I'm not seeing any terrible danger through playing this. Could get dragged onto the tight plant and maybe take his own out, but it's got to be worth a punt.
Well, different players play in different ways. Often think that you should leave the head knowing the shot you're going to play. So hopefully that was the case. They've agreed.
He's gone pretty quick. It's this square. He's got it, you know. It's where's it going now? Yeah, well played. There's a couple, I think.
Yeah, it's a good hit.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nice work by the West Kilbride pair. Could chan it over, call the shot and execute the shot. Nice work from Darren Weir as well, just getting the scoreboard ticking over. Communications officer, of course. And he's probably written a paper on how to change scoreboards and things.
You never know.
Yeah,
You
these
never know.
communication boys, you've got to be careful.
Not with Globe Scotland anymore. He's with Sports Scotland, so maybe getting a different flavour, different sides of different sports perhaps now.
You know, these organisations with such a vital part to play in the life of Scottish sport. Good opening bowling from the pair of them.
They made a good singles game in its own right this
Yeah.
weekend, to be honest.
They have been good. I was going to say, I actually once applied for a job at Sport Scotland. Never got a reply. So I'm glad they've got a good communications officer now. There he comes.
Good leading. That short ball of Darren's just forcing the West Kilbride pair onto perhaps the trickier side of the rink. You can see just fishing around for a good line.
You can see the reward there, you know, turn your own over, come onto Darren's front bolt. That's what Ali was thinking, but as you mentioned, it's been played less.
Just needs to just stay up. It's on the back of the... Well, it's falling the right way for them.
I'm going to have to lock off while I watch the camera and live view. Just going to have to lock off on camera 1. I need to waterproof the camera and the live view because the rain started.
Oh, that's the scatter. That's the knockout, and they'll have to do it all over again. Well played.
Yeah, probably right to attack that early. It was building up quite badly.
Yeah.
Excuse me, the West Kilbride ball was starting to look pretty lonely in there.
Now, we had this discussion on game 1, if you were with us earlier, talking about burning ends against respots. See, but my personal choice here would be to have that on a respot because it's not the last end of the game.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's each to their own. I think if you ask the bowling community, they'll all give you a very different answer on these things. And as we didn't really conclude the conversation earlier, but I guess my view was, you know, if you're chasing a 3 or a 4 or a 5 at the last end, then you know it can become quite neutralised, if you like, if there's a respot. I think the excitement in the game, and you go back a number of years, there was people who had tremendously big drives on them, guys like Richard Corsie, and it was part of the game, and people enjoyed that kind of dynamic. You know, chasing a 3 or a 4 at the last with respots, it can become apparent within the first 3 or 4 bowls that it's just not going to happen, and then you've no recovery. I know certainly, you know, indoors on World Bowls Tour, then you can nominate the kill on the last end, but you can only nominate the kill at once, and I understand that's around time and so on and so forth. But I do think there's something exciting in the game about, you know, being able to kill an end. You know, whether it's appropriate throughout the game or not, I don't know. It's up for debate. It's a good conversation to have, and as I say, you'll get very different opinions across the whole of the bowling community.
Yeah, to be fair to the bowling community, it's never quite difficult to get an opinion out of people. But yeah, I think there's a mixture to be had. I mean, here I would respot that meter from the ditch, and then say, look, in end 17, unlimited kills. If you know, it just gives you that. I just think it keeps the game going.
And I think that's probably the middle ground here. I think, you know, that's the compromise, isn't it? That's the position that keeps the game moving on, and you know, avoids 3-4 hour games longer, in fact, as they can be. But the last end, yeah, if you need a count, then yeah, by all means,
go for it. Yeah.
This is where we talked about trust in the hand. And he goes wide enough here, he'll drop round Darren's front one onto the jack high ball.
Good effort, almost as prescribed.
Maybe just kind of a fraction too much pace to get back, indeed, but he's given Andrew position. play that limpy side.
Got some there. Got
Get-
five rounds tonight. Yeah, thanks. Mate.
Down off Dahan's blue ball. Maybe block the path for the jack to go back. He'd be absolutely delighted. Give it a chance. Weight looks pretty good. Just a fraction. But another good one in there. And again, we talked about lonely balls in the head.
Yep.
The blue one, it's pretty lonely. That's the one that's behind Ali.
To be fair to both players, they have been trying to keep out the way of the camera.
Yeah, they have. They've been pretty good. It's not easy, I think most players are used to standing directly behind the jack, so you can understand when the cameras are on, it's very easy to just forget. But I guess that's a good sign too. That means the cameras aren't really,
Yeah, they're not obtrusive to the players. They're just letting them get on and play the natural game, but they have been doing well to stand clear. Giving this a chance, wants to come in, knock it on, that's perfect.
Yeah, he's got the best of that. You can see Darren just apologising there. It's not what he was playing, but
That's what he got.
he'll not be unhappy with the outcome.
It was not the most egregious use of a ball, to be fair.
It's close.
Ah, that's really well played.
Yeah, it's
Didn't
nice.
quite give the shot. You don't need to get it first of all.
No, there's not much in this, I don't think.
It was more Ali McCallum's reaction.
Yeah, he was almost apologetic, actually, in terms of the reaction. But again, I'm not sure. This might tell us something. This is an effort. This is a big effort. Well,
Tell you what, he's chopping and changing. And again, I think he's improved the position.
yes, tough now for the West Kilbride pair. They don't really have great back position.
Yeah, I think you're right. I just don't think they've got back position that of any great use at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, he could elect to play in with some weight and hope to move the jack back, but it's not going to make his last ball any easier. So, not rolling that forehand shot, just looking for a contact. Just missed the line.
Yeah, just coming under. Might have blocked it as well.
Yeah, he's certainly blocked that shot.
Yeah, it's cover time.
Well, means Jack can't play too much at it.
Yeah, two back balls are against him.
He does have something down the backhand, but he needs to just literally rock Darren's ball up to move the jack to his own. He's only one down,
I guess the key here, Conor, you don't want to make it worse for yourself. That's the problem. You don't want to make it worse. You know that there's a bowl still to come.
No, I mean as it stands, very difficult for Andrew to add a second shot. If he moves it to the back of the rink inadvertently here, then Andrew's probably got free shooting for a three. maybe we've called this wrong. I wonder if West Kilbride hold one. Just the way Jack went deep there. And Andrew's looking at playing up and through this.
Could just be the angle when we're seeing it at the angle we see it at. And again, without the marker to just to confirm. Let's see what he plays.
Yeah, he's up and through. It's under the line. Missing everything, I think. So, there you go.
I think he was playing to take out the ball to see if he could move it into a 3, because it was certainly one for Troon, which was a very interesting shot to play.
Yeah, I think I'd need to go back and have a look at that because I clearly missed something that was going on there.
I think he was just trying to play to take out the West Kilbride ball, which I thought was quite an interesting shot because you could have turned, if you'd lifted it, you were getting 3.
Yeah, but I think it was Jack Montgomery's ball that was sitting to the other side of the jack. Yeah. Anyway, let's not dwell. We move on. Troon score. I mean, he did have the jack to the back of the ring for a 3.
For a 3, yeah, which is
undoubtedly. But you know, these bankings at that speed, the jack's just as likely to come back on. Good opener from Darren. Well done.
promote his own.
Position. It's the one thing both sets of players have had mostly is they've had good position to be able to change the head and either turn things up, rock the jack through. And you can see what Andrew was asking there. He was just asking for Darren to be round the jack, 2 feet by.
Oh, same ball. Oh, he's a bit unlucky there. Well, they played some good balls there. Dan Weir, but undone. The good work in Ali McCallum. Drawing just the first shot with his final ball. Well, the drought conditions across the UK continue, apart from Ayr.
It's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, it's always a pity when the rain arrives, but well, was important there for Andrew that he wasn't short. So get a couple of balls there or thereabouts.
Just needs to slow down.
Yeah, I'll take the contact on that one. Over to the spectators running for cover. Over to the more experienced ones. Already have the hoods, the caps and the rain garb.
Snatches the hand back at point of delivery. Usually means it's quick. Jack will change to the other side. And through the gap between the two blue balls, just lift that plant in the front up, guarantees him a shot. If he's inside, he draws one. He does not want to be on the forehand side and nicking the jack over and giving the shot away. Yeah, that's where he's going. On the wider side, I'm not sure that'll drop.
Was the alternative way of doing it?
He won't be unhappy where that ball's finished because, you know, Andrew's obviously looking to try and draw the shot or turn the jack round, so that maybe gives him a little bit of insurance. Can he hold up? Off his own and down. Well, unlucky.
It's not helped the cause.
Jack's got the same play. It's just looking to fold those two balls over a couple of times. Running. Oh, back in a couple of feet. Jack just staring up to the sky there. Knew that was a chance.
Yeah, picked him a really good line.
So another single. To the Westcott right there.
Second place for after 8 ends. 17 ends scheduled to be played.
Yeah, just under halfway. Just a pity this rain's come down now. It's obviously heavy enough for umbrellas. You can see some people look like they're running for cover.
Yeah, I think the ice cream van can take a break for a little while. Watching coverage of the 2026 Bowl Scotland National Championships from the National Centre for Bowling in Northfield in Ayr. Some of the weather this week has been absolutely glorious. Oh, squall passing through at the moment. Ah, nicely done. Comes through.
He's chasing this down. Just the wrong side. Low on the head though.
Of course, Colin, very rarely now do you see the players go for the waterproofs. They just tend to crack on.
Yeah, they do. I think the fact, they're wearing a pair of shorts and they're usually light in terms of construction, as are the tops. They get wet. I don't think it's necessarily too cold out there either. So
Well played. Sprung that nicely.
stays up. Just dipping away, but again, let's put that in a really good position.
Pace of the game will just drop slightly as the players obviously have to towel their balls dry.
Definitely. There's some sort of disturbance
Yeah, there's a lot of movement going on with people
going on.
moving out the stands just to try and get in the dry.
Good position again from Darren, just beyond the jack. You can see he's given Andrew just an opportunity to play a positive kind of draw. Don't be worried about the jack movement. John Montgomery just needs to shore this up a little bit, get something else in. Well, he was carrying a bit of weight there, but I'd be happy to see that stop on Darren's back one. I don't think it changes Andrew's play terribly.
Both these West Kilbride players, part of the 2015 West Kilbride 4 that won the Gents Fours.
You're running, Jack. You look good. Well played.
He's in for the first one.
Just sneaks in front of the ball. Still the chance for Andrew. Couple of feet. They're running. Just on the bottom side, I think. See how difficult that is, that swinging away and just a fraction wider, it's holding all the way down that side. Makes it really tough.
Makes it tough, and it looks such an inviting shot as well.
Yeah, I think we're talking very small margins in terms of what's the right and the wrong line.
Yeah, it's definitely not a big track on there.
Wider than his last effort. Well, still a chance.
Andy, we're just indicating it's such a difficult shot to play, but I think Darren's encouraging him here.
Just the bottom side again.
Yeah, just played it the same way. Just doing enough at the moment, West Kilbride.
Yeah, they are. They're just maybe getting the better of the conversions. Andrews had a couple of chances, difficult chances, to be fair, and just not managed to capitalise on them. For 2 or 3 shots. Jack has managed to change it when he's needed to. Particularly things like running the jack to the ditch and stuff. It's kind of pivotal when it comes to it at the end, and that's maybe just the difference in the game. 4 shots in it, took a 4-0 lead, and they've managed to maintain that gap at the 9th end. So just over halfway now. It's a tight encounter. Better from Darren. I'd like to have seen that just up another couple of feet, but something to build on. Body language suggested that wasn't good. Oh, and he's hit it plumb as well.
Yeah,
Goodness me.
straight in the middle.
He's taking that wider route. I think he'll drop, I think this will come most of the way back. Jack will be happy with that. Gives Darren a slight shoulder. Drop Darren. I think he will, I think you've played a cracker. Yeah, we'll play Darren Weir.
Really good ball.
Yeah, they were in a bit of trouble. Darren recovers the situation with that last one. down the same side. Interesting to see what Andrew plays here. I think he's got 2 shots. You can see the 2 players just indicating what was available to them. Forehand draw down to the backhand, or the backhand draw just down to the ball that's just maybe 6 or 7 inches past Jack High. He's chosen the backhand, which is probably the more forgiving side. Doesn't want that, Jack.
Don't take that where you don't want it to go, and that's the problem.
I'll be honest, I don't think either of them would have seen that coming back to gather that as cleanly.
Well, Chapman Montgomery playing pretty steady.
Caught on that wide side again. You can see it's just not got the hook, and if he's in a couple of balls on that line, it will definitely drop. Can you repeat the dose, Andrew? Clears that front one, he has a chance.
He's coming into that, isn't he? Yep.
And he's killed the play. Jack down the forehand. He's also cut the line. That was his own.
Yeah, there's no choice but to change now.
Must have given this a big chance, has he not?
Looks good if he can hold on to it.
Played an absolute peach. Oh, he's not been unlucky, has he? So he's played 2 cracking balls this end, and he may well have got nothing out of either. Again, the angles for our cameras can be quite deceiving, but it certainly looks like 1 to red. Salt in the wounds by adding a shot here. He's down a great track.
That's the one he wanted.
No, that, well, I'm not even sure Harry Potter could get that out of there.
Well, the wonderful wizarding world of the Weirs about to appear.
See a thing. I think if you look down the backhand side, it may drop. I don't know. I think it did drop, but it's Jack's coming in the front. And it's a West Kilbride ball in the front. And on the forehand side, it looks like it's wider than the Great Wall of China.
Yeah, you're not getting back on that. I think you're almost hoping for the perfect draw.
That's all he's got.
Yeah.
You know, unless he plays some kind of hit and hope down the forehand side, but it would be, because I can't even see a connection that makes this work for him.
Yeah, certainly doesn't want to make it any worse for himself. Potentially going 5 down. Still plenty of ends to play.
Quick.
Well, he's decided to try and rattle it up and see what he gets, planting right through the middle. But one shot. Ten ends played. 7 of them won by West Kilbride, who lead by 9-4.
You just feel some of the little results are going the West Kilbride way, don't you? You know, St Andrews played a couple of cracking balls there, worked out well. Jack just shut that down with his last delivery, made it, as we saw, well nigh impossible for Andrew to convert. So we'll be keen just to turn that fortune around now.
Yeah, it's been a game that's been noticeable, Colin. There's not been a great deal of big count opportunities. And you only have to go back a couple of ends. I mean, if he ditched that, he was going to get 3 at best.
Yeah.
You know, so there's not been a great deal of, you know, I can make a 4 or 5 here. It's all been so tight.
Yeah, that's the end we were talking about. We weren't quite sure what Andrew was playing with his last. It did look like there was perhaps a lift onto the ball to make maybe 3 at the back. But there, you know, there's been few opportunities.
Yeah.
And Andrew's faced a couple of ends, you know, where he's been in real trouble, and he's managed to cut it down to 1. You know, that's good play at the end of the day. And then that last end, going up that way, you know, he's really played 2 great balls, and you know, he's been unfortunate.
Darren
Twice.
played good balls as well. He managed to knock his own out the way. So
yeah, that's a great.
I'm not going to argue with them.
No, not at all. Equally, you know, the West Kilbride pair haven't let anything build up.
Yeah.
You know, if they've seen it build up like this, then Jack's been very quick to get Ali to try and change it. I'm just disturbed again. I think that's people just wandering across the back of rink 1. Oh, he's picked a great line again.
Yeah, he's coming in nicely here. Round he comes.
Well, I wonder if Jack will get Ali to go at this. Try and strike the front ball of Darren's to get a move. Even the plant of his 2 red ones does.
More than capable of these shots, Stanley McCallum.
No, he's got him drawing.
But he'll just draw in here.
If he's running, he's played a great ball. Well, it's no worse. A bit trickier for Darren to add another.
Now, did you ask him to keep that? And even if you land foot away?
Yeah, Andrew's right. He's looking at the cover shot, but
You are 5 down as well. I mean, you've got to take account of the scoreboard at some point. I mean, I know they're not, you know, it's a long way to go, but, you know, you don't want to be dropping.
no. Equally, he's holding 3 good ones. What he doesn't want to do is fold the front open and give the West Kilbride boys the opportunity. They need to manufacture that themselves. So that's probably not a crazy shot, because you would imagine, you know, Jack's going to play reach and weight through this.
And depending on the strike, that could come out to exactly where.
Yeah. Got to just put a little bit of insurance value in. That tells you what he thinks of that one. Oh, surely not.
Well, there was a masterclass in showing when somebody was unhappy with their ball, but a masterclass too in why you should never give up, because you just don't know. Very fortunate, and he'll know that. Boy, does that change it.
See what Andrew does here. I think he's got to play. He must play down the backhand side. He's not really got much on the floor, has he? I guess he could draw around it, but looks open down this side. You can see the play now, can't you?
Yep.
It's down onto the red ball, lift it up twice for the shot. It's maybe on the trickier side of the two. Could play either. The slight concern on the forehand is that he catches the front ball, which is jammed onto Darren's and pushes his own out the head, but
Oh, he's trying here.
yeah, that's kind of what I was calling there. It's made it slightly more difficult because that middle blue ball is now jammed in there.
Yep. You're trying to figure out what would your opponent's next move be and how can you neutralise it.
Match that back ball's a good result. Not that I'm going to nominate particularly a lucky one, but you know, if Jack were to go under the head here and push the short one onto the jack, then that red ball at the back comes into play. That's not what he'll play, it's not what he's trying to play, but Andrew's done well just to try and put a little bit of back cover in. This feels like a two-ball conversion rather than one. You see, he did catch that one, he just didn't push it onto the jack, but look where he's finished.
Exactly.
Look where he's finished.
Well, Darren looking at this pretty closely. He's just going to try and play onto it.
Yeah, I think so. I think the way this hand plays, and it dives at the death. If he gets a little nick on the red one on the front, he could push that ball away and hold 3 or 4.
Trying.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Trying.
Absolutely
Got
perfect.
it.
There we are.
It's a brilliant shot.
And he's left Jack with a dead draw on a difficult side.
Line 4. It was a brilliant ball. Oh, Jack Montgomery. Can you rescue this situation?
Yeah, he's got a dead draw, or he could have liked to try and burst this. And it's a bit of a hit and hope because there's not a great angle. Even if he does play the hit and hope, he's got the chance of taking 1 or maybe 2 out. It's hard to see him getting the winner out of it. How are you feeling, Jack? Are you confident on the draw? Or are you going to try and just smash this open?
Well, they're quite rightly taking time over this. I mean, the scoreline would move to 9-8 if everything remains unchanged. And all of a sudden, your work at the last 3 ends where you've gone 1-1-1 is almost undone.
Is it 17 ends? Yeah, not had much luck.
Gone from feeling very confident about it to need a big shot here.
Going at it.
And quick, what's he getting? That ball,
Nothing.
and nothing. And the opportunity to draw another. The better hand is open.
Yeah, I think he just needs to be inside that back one for another shot. I say just.
Just that, yeah. We know what you mean.
As we said before, needs to trust the hand, put it out there, let it drop 2 feet jack high as a shot, so nothing for being under the line here. Certainly not under the line. Just needs to run.
It's the break as
Just
well.
needs to stop actually. Definite 4.
Yeah.
Conceded, I think. Yeah, it's a handful.
Yep.
We're all tied up.
Just like that, the lead disappears. Well, they had 4 shots after 10 ends. They have 9 shots after 11 to the Troon pair. First big number on the card. West Kilbride. Just like that, their lead disappears. Very handsome gentleman walking through the frame there. People were turning to look. He turns heads everywhere he goes. Nine after 11. We've just been talking about there weren't a lot of big counts, you know, being to be had, but that one ball just engineered it round, played it perfectly.
Yeah, it's just been disturbed there again. Walking over the back of the ring. Yeah, he did, and to be fair, he probably had to compose himself before playing that ball as well, because you know Jack had played through, probably just missed his target and got a bit fortunate. Andrew could have been 1 down when he played in there, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, composed himself, turned the ball through, got a nice little touch on the jack that put it into an almost impossible position for Jack, hence you saw him try and play through that. Didn't quite get the contact that he wanted. Again, 2 good lead balls. I've had some tussle this pair.
Oh, it's been really enjoyable.
Well done, Darren. Very good. Sent that. You can see Jack. He was just looking for something beyond.
Not played too many short balls, as Ali McCallum.
No, he's actually played really well. He'll be a bit frustrated by the fact that that one's up the park, but what kind of contact are you getting, Darren?
Wants his own. Well, I can play down into that, probably with a feet to run, I think. Get a
contact, get a move from the jack. He's good enough for the job. Is he running enough though? I'll be frustrated with that.
Yeah, a little slap of the hands together. He knows. It's probably his loosest end, to be fair.
Yeah,
He's still got one in the head.
he does, and I think Jack's got play. Jack can play down into that with a couple of feet. Andre does have an opportunity just to change it if he can. Drop into the front, tuck the jack away. Bad, you know. Might just need a feather off the front. Oh, he's got it.
Yeah, immediately they hand out an apology.
Yeah, and again, you know, you're back to a 2-ball conversion here.
Yeah.
He needs to touch it and then play another.
The shake of the head from Ali knows it. It's tale as old as time. Short balls from your lead.
Yeah, I mean, look, Andrew.
Shouldn't be too hard on himself.
No, the boys put their hands up there. They knew that was a bit of a fortunate flick, but
Yeah.
it certainly made it pretty tough for Jack. It's not staying on. It's not helping. So that's the other option, isn't it? Jack goes deep and then tries. He leaves 2 shots at it. He would have hoped that had stayed on, I'm sure.
This should be coming around the back.
Yes, definitely doing that. Down he's coming. Oh, that's a great home.
Yeah, stays nicely on the surface. No danger.
Jack doesn't like the look of this. Shake of the head. Yeah, by the way,
That's a great effort.
isn't it just that he's now?
Well, there's the first stage.
Yeah.
It's a crazy old sport, this, isn't it? I mean, when you look at it, they've been playing since 12 o'clock for about an hour and 40 minutes. You've been quite relaxed, you've been playing well, you're 5 up, all of a sudden drop a 5. And a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah, and if this drops in, which it looks like it's going to do, and that's easily 4 down again. This will look good, but it's very easy just to be wide.
By magic.
Needs a contact.
Yeah, there's a little nudge, but that doesn't. Well, it might help a little bit.
Yeah, I think it has. He's maybe got 3rd shot out of that. Maybe.
Yeah, looking on.
He's certainly given himself a chance, hasn't he? Andrew will stick to the side that he's played, just nip the line a fraction, try and drop in for another shot. So we're down to 8, because his line's great.
Working hard to come back. I wouldn't mind that falling over.
See by the hand signals what Jack's going to try. Again, he's got 2 options. He's either inside the front roll of alleys, just to arrive on the shot ball. Or if he's just on the outside, he might lift alleys over. I think if he comes out of this only 2 down, he won't be terribly unhappy. Said the first time it's quite easy to be out the wide side.
Yep. Okay, incoming. Let's have a little look at this. 1, 2.
They're not in it.
Yeah, I think we might see these two getting measured. We will. So 2 out. Umpire called. Well, what a good couple of ends this has been for Troon. Well, they were 9-4 down, they now lead 12-9. 8 shots over 2 ends. And you have to say West Kilbride haven't particularly done anything wrong. They've had some good balls in. It was perhaps the loosest end from Ali McCallum. That's head down, still in the game. 5 ends to play. Darren Weir. Indoor bowls. National winners in 25-26. Both Scotland pairs silver back in 2018. Junior internationalist. Oh, such a strong player. Of course, went from being the junior internationalist to full internationalist as Darren. So a good opening ball from Ali McCallum. Just need to settle down. West Kilbride, they've played well. A real test for them now, Colin. You know, you've dropped to 5 and a 3. Your lead's gone. Need to settle down and just focus on the fact that you're only 3 down, 5 to play. Plenty of time.
Yeah, I think that's where the mental side of the game kicks in, doesn't it? You know, resilience, determination. You know, if someone had said to them this morning that, you know, there'd be 3 shots in the game at 12 or 13 ends, they'd have went fair play.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Certainly not one of these matches against, you know, we've got 4 quality players. You're not really expecting a runaway at all. So, you know, you just need to get that back into your mindset, and I'll say them probably countless occasions there. The majority of your bowls are played in the 6 inches between your ears.
That's a game where you can lose the game yourself in your head, there's no doubt.
Yep, lost many. What kind of contact are you getting if you're up the distance? It's maybe just been a trait in the last few ends. You know, Ali was giving Jack good play just beyond. They're just falling that little bit short now. But he's in again, you know, good balls.
He's fallen short, but there's usually 1 in there, but 1 out of 4 when he's been playing 3 out of 4 is not the way to be.
Yeah, for sure. Just that, I mean, look, they've had a great tussle. There's none of the players are playing badly here. They'll all be quite happy with the way that they're performing. In Jack's head, maybe, you know, he's lost a 5 and a 3, but you know, that's been through good play from Darren and Andrew, not necessarily bad play from the West Kilbride guys. Once again, Andrew collects the jack and doesn't get a good result.
Doesn't stay with it. He's got a complicated relationship with that jack.
He hasn't at the minute.
Pretty good effort, 2 shots.
It's quite good because it's not widened the target any for Andrew.
Can he nip that out of there? Wasn't far away.
What a try. Jack would do well just to repeat the last delivery. It's just his pace. So if that gives him permission to go a bit quicker at this.
That's the back position.
Yeah, it does look. He's picked it up. You can see if he can.
Nice catch.
You can see if he can jam that jack straight against the bowl, it'll eventually come back towards the Troon bowls at the back of the rink.
Like that, it's a good position.
Yeah, he's done well to spot and cover that.
Oh, he's going again.
Oh, he's closer. He's
Yeah,
the
he's
jam
got
at
it.
square. Another respot, Paul.
Yeah, look, off it goes. We'll do it all again. My campaign for the respot continues. And are they going to go? Well, they do have the choice of going back up to the top and starting all over again.
Yeah, that's what they're choosing to do.
It's a long way up with a lot of balls.
Yeah, the player's just kicking them up. Won't be too long. Reset. Here we go again. Good strike from Andrew.
It's quite interesting. You talk about, you know, balls and, you know, should you have a respot to, you know, cut down time. You know, I was in America recently. Somebody was asking me about cricket. You know, how can you play for 5 days and get a draw? You know, which is just one of the great old things of sport, isn't it? But you get a meritorious draw in, you know, many cases. It's not a play to. Of course, nowadays England's Test team are lucky to last 3 days. But
I suppose it's one. I don't know cricket terribly well, but I know that, you know, in recent times, then, you know, it was 5 days tests, and it was the 1 day, and then you've got the 2020, and you've got the 100, and there's all these short formats that certainly I would be more inclined to watch, you know, a T20 or a 100 than I would maybe 5 days of Test cricket, and you know, you wonder if bowls needs to evolve in the same way. And whilst, you know, I'll admit I'm not necessarily a fan of the format at the Commonwealth Games. I thought it was just a bit too cutthroat. There's maybe something this sport just needs to do to make it more attractive, certainly for a TV audience. I mean, these are long slogs, yeah. So if you're a bowler, you're maybe quite happy to sit and watch this. If you're not a bowler, you know, would you sit and watch this for 2 or 3 hours? I don't know.
I think it's interesting. Attention span comes into it, and I think the Commonwealth Games format I thought worked. It was very quick. It was very pacey. My only concern would be, I think, that for, I would have liked to see in a quarter-final stage. So I would have liked to see 2 come out the groups. I just thought 1 coming out the group was just a little bit too cutthroat. And certainly for, if you're at a quarter-final, semi-final, final, it's got to be a 3-in tie break.
Yeah. And ends 1 rather than
Ends
shots.
ends 1 all the time.
I think that makes it quite exciting and dynamic at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it changes the whole thought process of what you need to do. You're not building ahead to get 3 or 4. You're trying to get 1.
Yeah, just get 1 and worry about the rest. I think that Commonwealth Games, it's interesting. They will look for feedback and they'll get feedback from the players, etc. And I think that's certainly something that will come.
Yeah, I think for a TV audience, it probably worked quite well.
Well played, Dan Ware.
I'd imagine the feedback from the players is exactly as we've just talked about there. Just a bit too cutthroat.
Yeah.
And you don't, maybe controversially, but I don't know if you get the best players coming through in that format now. Those that won medals would say, yes, you did, of course they would, right? And you know what, if you look at England's performance on the bowls stage, then absolutely magnificent, really good.
They were terrific, and also you've got to give credit to Sam Tolchard. He lost his opening game.
Yeah, he did against Fiji.
Yeah. And came through against Scotland and Wales. Good from both leads again.
Yeah, they have. You could suggesting you could throw a small hand towel over them, couldn't you? Really, they're building stuff up nicely.
I thought you were going to say throw a small child over them. I thought it was going to be a little bit controversial.
Probably get into trouble for that.
I think it is illegal, to be fair. Really good end of bowls, though.
Yeah, it certainly is. Chances for both skips to make a change. Andrew, I'm sure will just have to look to add down the backhand side. He wouldn't be too disturbed, I think, if he arrived just into the back of Darren's shot bowl after it once.
So the winner of this match looked likely to play Kirkliston. If they were on rank 2 next door against Hindland, they've won by 17-4. Or are winning by 17-4.
Doesn't look like there's too much life left in that one.
Yeah, the players have called it there.
Track. Just, as we said,
To be careful. Yeah, he'll take that.
It's taking away a lot of Jack's play. Jack's got to make up his mind if he's changing this. He's got to change it by a distance. There's no point in touching a bowl onto the jack and moving it 6 inches. It's got to go a distance to give himself a chance. He does have a little chance of the 2 bowls clean out in the backhand. Not on that line.
he's come through again. Well, he has mastered that hand as good as anybody else I've seen this week.
Yeah, I very nearly clapped in the commentary box. Yeah, that was fabulous. He just flirted with the outside ball because that was against him coming in. Didn't want to contact it. So I think even in the context of the game now, this is a couple of big deliveries for Jack Montgomery.
I think you've referenced it earlier, and one of the problems is that a lot of the solutions they've been looking at are two-ball solutions.
Yeah.
Needs to hit this. Coming down. That's a really good effort.
Has he got the shot out of that?
Well, it looks pretty close. Just depends on the gap in the front one.
Well, Andrew's striding away. I don't think it matters actually whether it's the shot or not. I think the play is exactly the same.
Turn it over.
Same ball as his last. He is popping that out 3 or 4 turns for a 4.
Great ball though from Jack Montgomery.
Yeah, much needed. I think we both thought that was probably a 2-ball conversion, but if he's managed to gather the shot from that, then he'll be over the moon. I'll tell you what, he's close. Needs a fair contact. Oh, he's got the shot though.
Well, there's no doubt who's lying now. I still think Troon were lying, but there's no doubt now. It removes any lingering thoughts. So
this is a risky one.
Well, as it stands, you're looking to be 4 down with 4 to play.
This needs to be inch perfect.
And this last one was excellent. There's this one.
Nothing. Well,
Just gonna.
his weight was actually quite nice for
Yeah.
the job, but yeah, just missed the line.
Oh, there's a little spring in the step of Troon at the moment. 13-9, 4 up, 4 to play.
Yeah, both teams went 3 ends without reply. For Troon it was for West Kilbride it was 1-1-1, and for Troon it was 5-3-1. So there's the difference in the game.
We've moved past the 2-hour mark of this game. Just need to start getting behind a little bit more. There's Ali McCallum. He knows this himself.
Maybe just block the hand out a little.
Nicely down.
Good adjustment from Darren. You just see the difference. Ali's just dropping that little bit short. Not short with that. Well done.
Well played.
Good.
Nice little toucher at the back.
Quite good again, I think. Very nicely done, Ali. Well played.
That's a really good end.
I'm urging this one on. It's not bad, you know. Wait, Andrew. Guess not dissimilar to the last end, where it was Andrew had no fear, just arriving at the back of the shot ball. It's the same for Jack. Full draw. Just trying to find the way through. It's blocked in hand.
It's not helped.
This is closer. It's got enough weight. Does it have enough?
Well, it's making it exceptionally hard now to try and get a count.
He's got virtually nothing here. Could go down the backhand side and hope that it kind of loops round, just goes beyond to match Ali's one that's sitting just, what, a foot or so behind. I'll drop at the death. I don't think the weight's there.
He wants a little look at this just to see if there's the possibility of disturbing this. There's a lot of blue behind the jack.
Yeah, I mean, look, let's go Brian. Only have one beyond the jack. The rest are all blue balls pretty much. So, I mean, there's a perfect shot down the forehand, which is what he's been playing. It's pretty tight. He could play the same in the backhand. You know, even if he arrives into the pocket with a couple of yards of weight there and pushes the shot ball onto the jack, it's likely to go to either side, you would think. And again, a contact on any of the two blue balls is gonna yield the shot, you would think. So he's got a choice. It's whatever he's comfortable with.
Aiming for perfection. In fact, he would have lifted that reddish ball out. And you're just trying to defend here, try and get another one in roughly where McCallum's standing a moment ago, in case that jack does move.
That forehand side will allow Jack to draw another. I mean, yes, it's very, very tight. I think he'd be happy just if he was landing Ali's back on. Might just be the top side of the line. Yes. Just going off it.
Not leaving a lot.
No, it's just been shut down really. He does have an opportunity. He just needs to be slightly cautious that he doesn't arrive in there with a couple of feet and do the job for the Troon pair. Wait, really.
To take the shot. Three to play.
Yeah, 3 and 3, as they say. 3 down, 3 to play.
Place in the men's pairs national championships semi-final. Awaiting the winner.
Ali with the opening delivery. Nicely done. He's picked a great line here. Oh, and a great weight. Well played. See Jack just waving this on. He's keen for something to be just beyond Jack high. You're running early. Barely. This will turn a long way.
Back it comes.
That's your Jack, Ali. If you can reach that one, you've done well. Good line. And a better weight. Yeah, it's fine. Another great line from Darren. Andrew just thinks it's a little quick. It is, but he played it positively. It was always there for him to stop off his own. I'm sure that'll be Jack's target.
Well, West Kilbride to date have scored a 1 or a 2, so don't really want to lose this end.
14 ends played, they've won 8.
Yeah.
And the Troon pair have won 6, but that count of 5 and 3 on ends 11 and 12 are what's really pushed their noses in front. Andrew's up, he's played a cracker. Goodness, that's tricky now. I think the plant in the front's the only option. I hope that goes on to the shot bowl and hangs around for the winner.
Keeping an eye on this one.
Just the top side, but it might change the shape. No, not for the better. No.
Well, Darren just wants a moment or two to assess this head.
Yeah, he's called the right shot here. He's got to go deep. Again, we talked about the 2-ball conversion. You know, Jack's either playing a dead draw around that tricky side that, you know, the only person really to have mastered that's been Andrew a couple of times, or he's got to go pretty big to hit that plant and then move the jack through the head. Decision time.
Here he goes. Let's see, scattering.
I get one away. Down to 2, but again, no real back position. We'll have a look. See what the lie of the land is. Tell you what, if this is clear, it's another.
Here it comes. He's just elevated his game in the last few ends, Andrew Weir.
Yeah, to be fair to him, early on, you know, when he was, I'm going to say he was missing, that's a bit unfair, but, you know, he was collecting jacks and they were always going to West Kilbride bowls, so he's actually played very well. Big bowl incoming.
Spot on, by the way.
We will have gents singles action for you at about 3:30 today on the Bowl Scotland YouTube channel and Facebook page. Do join us for that.
Not right, but what you getting? Oh, goodness me.
Well, got a bit of fortune. Perhaps that's exactly what they needed.
No. Andrew, in his own mind, will know he's played this hand very, very well for most of the game.
You can't play over the weight given what's now around.
Well, all of a sudden, the whole dynamic of this end has changed. You know, if he lands the ball away, he makes 3. If he gets that poor contact in the jack, he could be 3 down. Well, did he make the shot?
Oh,
I think
gee
he
whiz,
did,
how
yeah.
about that?
Wow.
Oh, that's heartbreaking for West Kilbride. That is brilliant from Troon. And what a ball, what a moment. And that, not quite the clincher yet, but boy, does that make such a difference.
Huge. Absolutely huge. There was risk in that, of course there was, but I think on the balance of play, Andrew deserved that.
Well, if I was going onto this rink today or tomorrow, I'd be having a little word with Andrew Weir and saying, what did you see on that back gag? Because you've played it as well as anybody has.
He certainly has. He's been forced onto it quite a lot as well,
Yep.
granted, but you know, when he's been asked to play something big on it, he's never been too far away.
4 up, 2 to play. And pretty much, if West Kilbride don't win this end, it could be handshake time.
Tidy start from both players. Again from Darren. Well played. Just encourage Ali to be the distance, I think. He's got Bo or Jack. Nicely.
Yeah, that's well done.
Done. Tit for tat at the minute.
Trying hard here.
Best of it.
Oh, if he takes the ball, that's perfect.
Forehand play now. Try and arrive on the gap between the jack and the ball and maybe spling it out. You're wide enough, Ali. It's just going to go off it. It's good though. Jack will be quite happy. Well, I say happy, he's 2 down, we're 3 down, but if he's given him a chance.
Yeah, he's dropped his balls nicely behind.
Ideally, you'd like to clear that one.
Just wants to come and sit with those 2 balls at the back.
Jack. Hold. Well, minor correction. Either a fraction of weight or a fraction of green, one or t'other. Andrew will need to be up and covering those.
Yeah, it's got to go into receiving position.
He's not bad, is he?
Well, he could promote his own like that.
No, he's just killed it. He's just killed the play. Goodness me.
There's no way through. You're gonna, well,
he's got to go pretty strong and then see where it lands.
Cause the mess and then mop up afterwards. Driving, he's come on the inside.
Still got to cover that. That's where the risk is. How the jack gets there, I don't know.
I mean, I guess at the moment that's not Troon's problem. They just want to make sure they've got no way they can lose a 2 or a 3, no matter what magic is spun.
Just needs to run. Just needs to run. No. Still a big count to be had over there, but as I say, I don't see a path for the jack at all.
Just locked in tight against that black ball. Come out.
Does he get a contact? Oh gosh. Where Darren's foot is, or maybe even a yard beyond, gives a whole load of cover.
Ireland needs to move it.
Yeah, it's probably okay, really.
If they do drop a 3 here, do you shake hands? I know you've got 8 shots to play for, but
I think they'll play on. I think they'll give it a go.
yeah, it's a perfect view of that. That's not going.
I guess the question is it only 3? I mean,
Yeah. Trying to make something happen here.
missed it wide this time. I see Ali looking. No, enough.
It is all over. A really good game between 4 fine players, but it is Troon, the brotherly pairing of Darren Weir and Andrew Weir, who get themselves through into the last 4. It was a terrific contest, but it all hinged on ends 11 and 12. The 5 and the 3 brought Troon from 9-4 down to 12-9 up, and they were not to be caught thereafter. But really good bowling, some great tactical stuff. Both leads played well, and it was just very enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, I think all 4 players played well just now. I thought Andrew Weir in particular was very, very unlucky. You know, probably second quarter of the game perhaps, and then he got his just desserts as he moved on through end 11 probably. It was West Kilbride's up until that point at 9-4 up, and the 5 just changed the whole dynamic of the game. And Darren maybe got the better of the front end battle from then on in. But great game to watch, great tactically, some fantastic balls played, and sets the standard for this afternoon.
Highly entertaining. Hope you've enjoyed all the action here from the 2026 Bowl Scotland National Championships from the National Centre for Bowling in Northfield in Ayr. The championships brought to you in association with the sponsorship of Gallagher. It's a beautiful sight. We've watched some beautiful bowling. More to come. We'll be back at 3:30 with the men's singles. Until then, bye for now.
Starting in the phone, but they ain't changed. Well, see my camera.